Hey guys, this is ExamHelp and I'm going to do a quick video on reciprocal functions. I've already done a video on domain and range, so this is just going to be an added little video just to talk about reciprocal functions, something I didn't do in the previous video. So what is a reciprocal function? Well, it is just something like, I'll just draw, let's say, 1 over x minus 3. So this is a reciprocal function, and we can see, because it's 1 over x minus 3, so the x is on the bottom here. So what does this mean? Well, we can't have 0 on the bottom here, which means that x minus 3 cannot equal 0. So x minus 3 cannot equal 0, which means that x cannot equal 3. So why is this the case? It's just because if we had 1 over 0, this would be infinity, and this would be therefore undefined. So then we call it undefined, which isn't good. So basically, in this case, x cannot equal 3, so that we don't have this going on here. So what I'm going to do with this 1 over x minus 3, I'll draw that out again. We're going to have a graph, and our graph is going to be an asymptote, what we call an asymptote, where it doesn't actually touch the axes. So it's going to be like this, and it's going to be like this. So we're going to look here. I'll draw that one out again though, because it wasn't very good. So basically, as it goes on infinitely in this direction, and infinitely in this direction, it gets closer and closer to this, to the x-axis. Sorry. But it never actually reaches the x-axis, and same with this. But because it's x minus 3, it's going to give a from the graph 1 over x. It's going to give a translation of 3, 0. So it's going to move, and this line here is x equals 3. So therefore, it never actually touches this 3 bit here. So we're going to think, what is our domain? Well, our domain, right, D for that, domain, it's not going to be 3, but it can be anything else. So it's going to be, we're going to give x to the subset of real numbers, but x must not equal 3. Okay, so what's our range? Our range is the f of x, which is in the y direction. Our range is up this way and down this way, and it can be absolutely anything apart from 0, because it's never going to touch this x-axis. So we're going to give y, actually sorry, I'll write f of x instead. F of x belongs to a subset of any real number, but y must not equal 0. Okay, so that's just a quick thing on reciprocal functions. So I'm going to go over what happens if we set this to a certain value. So it can actually change. So I'll just write this down, and now I'm going to say that x is more than or equal to 4. So let's draw this out graphically. So we've got our asymptote going on here, but it's going to start off at 4. So as we would usually have an asymptote going down here, we're going to start it off at 4, which means that it's not going to start right from the top, it's going to go from here. So what does this give us? So we're going to have a look at, going to come down to 4, but what's it going to give on the y-axis here to give us our range? So let's have a look. Okay, so our domain is x is more than or equal to 4. That's our domain. Our range, however, we're going to work out what it gives us on the y-axis here. So 1 over, and then x is 4 minus 3 is 1. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So 1 over 1, that actually gives us 1. So the range, we know it can't be any less than here because our domain is 4 and onwards. So therefore it's not going to touch this, but it's not going to go any higher than this. So what's that going to give us? Well, y can equal 1, but it's always going to be less than 1. So I'll put that. So y is always going to be less than or equal to 1, but it's also got to be more than 0 because it's never going to touch the axis there. So it's going to be more than 0. It's not going to have this little equal thing. It's just going to be more than 0. So that is our range. So the domain here, the range here. So there you go. That's just a little quick video on reciprocal functions and how we might work out domain and ranges from that. I hope that helped, guys. Thank you for watching. That was ExamHelp on reciprocal functions. See you later, guys. Thank you for watching.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.